Hello everybody, welcome to GT Planet and welcome to another video here on our channel. My name's Chaz Draycott, lead video producer for GT Planet, and today it's another daily races video. In this set though this week it's unfortunately not too interesting from where I sit. We've got Group 3 cars at Watkins Glen, not touching that with the barge pole, especially with the bus stop included, and we've got the Group 2 cars at Suzuka, which we've had a few times in the past as well. Obviously a number of these cars in this list are, oh actually we need to have a look into here to see, and we can't even enter yet, but a lot of it will be the Japanese JGTC cars, and, well, that leaves us with Race A, which is a really weird mix, actually. We're at Lago Maggiore for the second week in a row. We were there last time with the Ford Focus ST. This time it's the Audi TT, and it's just a standard Quattro from 2003 edition of the car, 3.2 litre V6. I'm not quite sure what the theme of this race is, or if there even is one, but it seems like it could work. There's two long straights here, so a bit of slipstreaming involved. It's quite a powerful car anyway. It's nearly 250 horsepower. So it could work out. It might not. But again, I've entered a lot of these races before. The slower cars, the lower powered machines on tracks like this really do work. So we'll jump into qualifying, see how it handles on the track itself. I've just put the livery on this car, so it's fresh wet paint that may fall off while we drive. But we're obviously on parts of the previous circuit, or is it the exact same layout? I've just realised it's the exact same layout, is it not? No, because down the start-finish straight, we're turning right rather than going straight into the hairpin. Gets horrific understeer on the throttle. Gears are very long. The gear changes are quick though. But you see, this is the difference. So in the Focuses last week, we were going straight on up there. This time, oh, we're going right round here, and this is not a corner that I've done in a long time, actually. So you've really got to commit in the Quattro, and then it's lazy up over the hill. I'm not going to grab third gear though. It's flat through this right-hander at that speed anyway. Hard onto the brakes, so this double apex left. You get the first apex, kiss it all the way out to the right, and turn it back in again, on and off the throttle a bit. Yeah, it really suffers with off throttle oversteer and on throttle understeer, so you have to sort of balance that in. Coming off the brakes there a little bit, flicks it sideways. I remember having some particularly focusing battles through there in the past on daily races, and then just taking it easy on the brakes into the hairpin. So we've traded one hairpin on the crest of a hill for another one in the dip at the bottom of a hill, because this that we're coming past now, that left-hander just onto our left-hand side, is where we were racing in the Focuses last time, getting a run down this hill to this very scary section, but this time we're approaching it at way over 100 miles an hour with a fresh haircut. And now you've got to brake on the right here, get it down to fourth, try and come off the brakes gently over the crest so that the back of the car doesn't fling itself around. God, it's an awkward section this in a road car. Nice and smooth on the throttle, short shift to third. I was doing a bit of short shifting out of the final corner in the Focuses and it worked really well. Okay, so we've got time for another lap to do better than that. We've got just over 2 minutes. So 1:49.0. I'm going to try and stay in fourth all the way around here. I'm going to just tap the brakes a little bit just to encourage it around. It seems weird to stay in fourth gear there, but I think if you grab third it'll just be very, very slow. Again, just feathering the brakes here and there just to try and get some sort of rotation mid-corner and ensure I'm not overdoing it. On and off the throttle a little bit there helped. Let's see what this is like. We're just going to, again, tap the brakes. Oh, I've cut that well too far. Although actually, it's let me get away with it, I believe, and there as well. If I do get away with that, that's not very harsh at all. Into here, early on the throttle, out of that hairpin. A better run than last time as well. Half a second up at the minute. Up over the crest. God, it feels like it's got no guts whatsoever when you go up over that crest. And then back down the hill. I'm not brave enough to be flat down here, so I'm going to give it a lift. Does feel like it could manage it though, actually, flat. But you've just got to be so careful of that weight transfer. Again, you've got to go slower than you think because it just washes out wide on the exit. I gained 2/10 there, I just saw it flick up. Just nice and slow around this bit. It feels so painful waiting to get on the throttle for that long. There we go, that's a big improvement. Look at that, nearly 1.3 seconds clear. Fantastic. 1:47.7 for our second lap. With just 20 seconds left to go though, I will not be able to complete another one. So now we'll just wait and jump into the race, shall we? Okay, we're mid-pack here. We're actually 7th on the grid. I think there's just 12 cars involved, yes. Seeing if there's anybody that we recognise. Doesn't look like it, no. But what I was going to say then was that the safety rating is still... I always call it safety rating. I'm too used to iRacing, I'm sorry. The sportsmanship rating is still affected by these races. So your driver rating and your sportsmanship rating. It used to be the case that every week in Race A, none of those were at all affected, you know, and that's why the driving standards slipped a lot in Race A every single week because nobody cared. You know, there was no sportsmanship rating to ruin. But now you've got to be nice and careful with it. So I like that. It's a grid start as well. No pit stops or anything to worry about. Just 4 laps. So this could be an interesting sprint. Well, it seems like you'll be able to see me from distance off the front of the grid with the being in the only white car here. Trying not to spin up the fronts too much, but it actually helps. Let's see what we can do then. Got a car slightly to our inside, but I'm going to run out wide and they're going to have the inside on me. We're going to go around the outside of this guy here. Ooh. Oh yeah, it sounds like 3rd is the gear to be in, everyone else is. Car right, give him the room to get to the apex. We'll stick to the inside here. Try not to run him out of road. Oh, just dancing on the brakes on and off there, you probably saw it. Side by side for the whole start of the lap so far. Again, on and off the throttle there just to balance the car where we can. I gave it a tap on the brakes there actually. It flung the rear end out, but it's actually got us down the inside of this guy. He doesn't know I'm there. He doesn't know I'm there because he's sent it on the car in front. Flipping heck. Okay, let's settle in for the rest of the lap and see what we can do down this bottom section. Oh, that was really nicely done that by Jamie. Down the inside and then round the outside. Good stuff. I just ran a little bit deep trying to avoid the braking bad liveried car in front of me. Oh, he's got down the inside way early on me there, but can I get some sort of cutback? Yes, there we go, thank you. But I'm in 4th gear and it's just not got the push up the hill. Jamie's going to be in our way here. I wanted to give him a little bit of a push into the corner. Not that hard though. I don't want to gain the place like that really. I don't think I hit him that hard, did I? Well, Victor Ruiz has got past both of us now. Down to 9th place after starting 7th. Not my finest hour. We've not got a huge gap to the car behind either. Little short shift up to... Whoa! Bye-bye, Jamie. He clipped the grass there and had a wild ride. Flipping heck. stuff round turn 1 there, but Victor's done me. Well, he's defended at least. I was trying to overtake him, wasn't I? Brake a little bit earlier than here just to try and stabilise the car on the way in. But we've overdone it on the way out. It's a sketchy little car, this, you know. Mid-corner, it's all about adjusting the throttle and the brakes. You've really got to pitch it in and then deal with the consequences with the pedals rather than with the wheel. I've been able to get some lovely run down there every single lap. I can't get on the throttle as early as I'd like there though, because otherwise I'd have just run into him. He's actually got a better run than me up the hill. Let's just slide in behind there. They're like a load of cue balls dancing around on a pool table, these things, aren't they? All over that curb. There was a bit of a late send from the car behind there. He backed out of that one. Oh no, that was a horrible noise. Poor guy. Oh, I was wondering if he was going to hit that, and he absolutely smacked it. I mean, there's no soft way of hitting that wall, is there? Let's face it. Trying not to run wide, but Victor's done that himself. Okay, we've actually gained a place from where I started now. It's good going, especially for me. You all know what my standards are like with driving. Just got to try and hold these guys behind now and hope that I get a decent enough run down this hill that I can stay in front. Let's see. Oh yeah, we've got a lovely run there. That's worked out really nicely. I've gained a few tenths of a second just down this part. Now I was quicker than Victor every lap so far down here, so as long as I get this right, we're okay. Well, it takes a small lift. You've just got to sort of lift half off the throttle on the way in, and it's looking after you nicely on the exit. Again, all over that curb. Oh, it's thrown me a bit wider than last time. Oh, I've gone well deep, actually. We're all right. We've got the distance over them. We're not going to gain any extra places unless someone hits that wall. You know what? It's a race where I finished higher than where I started. So I'm happy with that. We'll take a 6th place there. That was pretty hard fought, but what a tricky little car. A very strangely tricky car. It's 4-wheel drive, so you would have expected it to feel a lot more planted and sturdy than that, but it simply didn't. Still, this is race A for this week. Like I said at the start, though, not our most interesting set of races that we've ever had on Gran Turismo 7 daily races. But I hope you've enjoyed watching this one at least. Go and try the race for yourself and head to GT Planet, obviously, to discuss it with like-minded members and our wonderful community. And yeah, hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you for watching it, and I'll see you again next week. Have a good day.